Very good everyone and welcome to my review of the OnePlus Boots Pro 3 headphones. Well, I have had these headphones at home for more than a week. OnePlus itself sent them to me. The purchase link in the description will surely be an Amazon affiliate. So, yes, if you use it for me, you are helping me without costing you anything and I can now tell you the good things and the bad things I have found. Some that I already told you, it may be that they are not brutally good headphones. Well, let's go see the contents of the box first. The box is normal and ordinary. It has nothing special and obviously inside the box the first thing we will see will be the charging case. It comes very well presented. In theory it is wireless charging, although I have not been able to release it because my wireless charging charger looks like it is not compatible with these headphones. Then of course we also get a little box with the typical red OnePlus wiring. And here as you can see USB-C on one side and USB-A on the other to be able to charge the box also even if you don't charge it wirelessly. And then of course we also get replacement pads which, as you can see, also come in a very cool presentation and not simply in a little plastic bag. Also, if you look, they are modern pads. Okay, they already have the grid inside. It will make a lot of the dirt stay here and not stay directly on the headphones. So great, the pads on the headphones are average and I haven't had to change them because they fit me perfectly. Then we'll talk about the comfort. Well, if we move on to see the headphone box, because you can see that I have the lunar glow color, then they also have another dark color called Midnight Opus. I honestly like them both. Here behind us we can see the DIN Audio logo that I didn't know what it was and I searched for it on Google and it said that it is the leading player of high-end speakers made by hand and created by passionate music lovers for their living room, so it seems that it comes with a fairly well-known brand. Although I have no idea, and the design of the box is truly exquisite. It feels almost as if it were made of leather, and I can surely say that it is the most premium box that I have had so far of this type of headphones. The weight of the box along with the headphones that it contains, they are inside and weigh 61.13 g, and the headphones separately each weigh 5.28 g. Well, in the charging case, we have the USB Type-C, an LED that tells us when it is charging. Turns orange, and on the back this logo and little else the OnePlus logo on the front, and that's it. When we open it, it has an excellent hinge. I mean, it doesn't even fall off. It has brutal quality when we open the box, because we see that here we also have a little dot, an LED that shows us, it warns when it is in pairing mode. For example, if we press this little button here, which is almost invisible, we leave it pressed for a few seconds and PIM starts flashing. And now it means that it is in pairing mode, although it will say that with the Bluetooth it is Bluetooth 5.4, has a very fast connection, that is. Do it like this and immediately find the smartphone that is next to you. It is brutal. They connect super fast and they can also connect to two devices at the same time. I have tested this by having the ones connected to my smartphone and then also connecting it to my TV, Mac, and even to a Windows computer. Fine. When we open the box, apart from the fact that the VISC is excellent, they have a very powerful magnet that prevents them from falling or any joke, and they are super easy to put on. In other words, there is no way for you to make a mistake, and they also get superb. Here it puts the right and the left R and L, so come on, if you make a mistake you already have a problem with the headphones. Yes, well, as you see, they are from these guys with stick. Okay, I'll call him AirPod Pro shape, because more or less everyone finds out that it has a finish like chrome or titanium that is very nice, and this here, because in a cream color, the pads are worth the pads. As you have seen before, because they are made of silicone, they can be removed very easily, and here you probably won't get almost any dirt left because it will all stay here on the pad, and that's great. It's going to make the headset last longer without blocking the sound or sounding softer. Okay, in these headsets we'll find proximity sensors that will make it you can automatically pause or unpause when putting them on or taking them off your ears when you are watching a YouTube video, for example listening to music. In terms of comfort, this depends on each ear, but since I have been using it for a week or two, I can easily tell you that they fit perfectly. I haven't had to change the rubber band, they don't come off, and I've also used them to jump rope, for example. Since I haven't been to the gym these days, but I've tried jumping rope, because jumping rope makes you move. A lot of them held on perfectly. Wearing them for a long time, also watching 3 or 4 episodes of the same series, they didn't bother me or hurt me or they fell off. In my litmus test, which is often eating, since when I eat there are many headphones that, depending on which pads I have, they come off when I chew and these don't. So in terms of comfort, they have worked perfectly for me in all the situations in which I have used them. In terms of the sound quality, they are great. For example, I have used them to play Call of Duty F and I loved it. I have not noticed that there is any delay or anything inside. They have two diaphragms, two speakers, so to speak, one of 11mm and another of 6mm, and the frequency response is 10 to 40 kHz. How about the volume? Is superb. The truth is that sometimes I have even had to lower the volume. It also depends on where you use them. I have had excellent volume in all the devices where I have used them. So in that aspect I have not needed it to have more volume at all, and in terms of the quality of the general sound also, although I have to say that lately all the Algers that I am testing, even if they are worth 60, are having a very good sound quality, so in that aspect very good. It is also a matter of microphones, because we have 3 microphones and they also have a bone sensor for voice pickup. I don't know what all this is, but what I do know is that they have excellent microphones, at least on the right, which is the one I used to do the microphone test, recording myself on the computer with player removed and such, and using the microphone to see how it sounded great. Apart from the fact that it sounds quite loud for these headphones, the sound is not bad, and it also has very good noise cancellation. Let's see now the sample that I give you. Well, this is a
Bien, y esto es una prueba con el micrófono de los auriculares, concretamente el derecho, este de aquí, ¿vale? Cuando estás grabando con Quit and Player, que es lo que estoy utilizando yo en el Mac, ya que tengo la cámara enchufada al Mac y con Quit and Player elijo escoger la imagen de la cámara, pero el sonido de los micrófonos que tengo pegados al Mac por Bluetooth, ¿vale? Y el sonido no es malo para nada, a pesar de que solo coja el sonido por el derecho, se oye bastante bien, bastante alto para ser unos auriculares, y sobre todo el tema de la reducción de ruido, ya que si os fijáis tengo el ventilador encendido y lo tengo al máximo y se puede escuchar a lo mejor algún poquito de viento, pero que vamos, que en otros auriculares o con un micrófono normal como el de la cámara se estaría escuchando el viento todo el rato. Además que también aísla bastante de otros ruidos de por la casa que están haciendo por ahí y se escuchan mucho menos, ¿sabes? Así que muy bien los micrófonos. Además, si tienes un teléfono OnePlus, cuando haces una grabación puedes utilizar el mismo micrófono de los auriculares y se escucha muy bien, ¿eh? Y recoge el audio por los dos cuando estás haciendo una grabación con un OnePlus. Por lo menos yo cuando hice la prueba que tenía un teléfono OnePlus, me funciona así.
pretty well for me like that. As for the range distance, well, with the 5.4Ku Bluetooth, it is approximately 10 meters, more or less the same as all of them. I have not had any type of cut or anything in that sense. Well, in terms of the use of these headphones, that is, the controls, well, we have 2 types of controls, pressing and sliding the surface. Sliding is used to increase or decrease the volume, and it works great on both headphones, and pressing the pin also, which for me is a method that is used in this type of headphones as well as these ones. Well, I like having to press the temple more than not tapping because I move it, you know, so the topic of tapping is very good, and especially good that I can raise and lower the volume from the temples because not everyone does that. Plus all these the controls are customizable from the Melody application, which you can download from the Play Store on iOS. I haven't tried them, so I don't know if it is there, but I imagine it must also be there anyway. If you use a smartphone that is from the OnePlus brand, no, you don't even need to download the application if you want, because from the Bluetooth settings, entering inside the headphones, you have the same settings as from the application. These headphones have IP55 resistance, so at least regarding the issue of sweat if you are doing sports with, you won't have to worry about the rain either. As for the battery of these headphones, well, each separate headphone like this loosely has a battery with an autonomy of about 10 hours. If you don't have anything activated, that is, if you don't even have the active noise cancellation, you don't even have them in open mode, it's worth being able to hear more of what we have around us. So 10 hours of autonomy. I imagine that these measurements will not be with the volume at maximum either. I also tell you that very few people use it. I think that you will need to raise the volume to the maximum, and if you are using them with active noise cancellation, for example, I already told you that this is great for when you travel by plane because they will last about 6 hours, just like with the transparency mode or the open mode if we put the battery in the box together, because in total we will get about 43 hours of autonomy, and the box takes about 70 minutes to fully charge by cable via USB Type-C. I have not been able to test it by wireless charging because I have already told you it was not compatible with my charger, but if you charged the headphones in their box with a wireless charging charger, it would take about 2.5 hours. As for the application is this one here. If you do not have an OnePlus phone, we open it and they tell us how much charge the case has in the 2 headphones. I had to charge them right now because I had less than 10% left and it wouldn't let me update the firmware. You see, it told me that I had to have a 30 and it told me it ordered very quickly. I mean, I plugged in the box with the headphones inside, and when one Of the two headphones already had 30%, I let myself update the firmware. Which, among other things, said that it improved both the noise cancellation and the sound, since I was already listening to them perfectly and the noise cancellation in the ambient mode sounded perfect. I haven't noticed much difference either. You know here how you can see how to pair once linked by Bluetooth, and we can change between the noise cancellation mode and the transparency mode. That's what I told you about them being open. Okay, we also have levels, but of course I think I have to have them on. Let's see. I'm going to put one on. There it is. If not, I can't touch this. I have the noise cancellation level on high. Okay, and we can do it regulate. How to also leave it automatic, depending on the noise you hear. The noise cancellation will be raised or lowered, but if you want to have it at its maximum, it is high here and it cancels a lot. And in transparency mode, you hear much more of what is happening around you without being isolated than here, because we would have what is typical of headphone applications, which is an equalizer to listen to the different types of sound. In addition, we could even customize the equalizer to our liking, the high resolution mode, which the truth is that I can't find a difference. I know if you have to make something different. Golden sound here you can record how your ears hear by doing some tests. And then depending on how you listen, the sound adapts to your ears, and the truth is that it shows I did it. I have it on. Because when I deactivate it I hear them differently, so I recommend that you do this golden sound. It takes no time. Spatial audio that creates an immersive sound environment for you when you use them with compatible applications, music, and games and such. The game mode, although I already told you that I have not activated this, I have played perfectly, but well, the dual connection, you have to have it activated, otherwise you will not be able to pair two devices at the same time. Check the adjustment of the headphones to know yes, you have them placed correctly, but come on, it's not very complicated. Okay, it tells me to put the headphones on because I only have one on. Do you know if you have both? Well, nothing tells you that they are on correctly and so on, unless you put them on backwards. Then find the one's headphones, there they are, so that they make a little noise and you can locate them if you lose them. You see, I have one on now and it is being heard, don't you see? I'm going to put the microphone in front. The firmware update that I have updated before, and what I told you, as long as you have 30% and you have the box open and paired, then the headset controls are updated without problems. This is to be able to personalize what I have mentioned before about the touches, and all that is valid here is to put them to your liking. I have left them as they are, and then here in making CAD, well, nothing information is valid, so this would be the application. The price of these headphones right now when I am recording the video on their website is of about 180. They are not cheap at all, but they have brutal quality. Just with the quality of the materials you are amazed, and then on top of that they sound superb and are ultra comfortable, and the battery is not at all bad also if you buy them from their website. I noticed that there is a section that if you check it, they give you other headphones, the OnePlus North 2. So if for whatever reason you don't want them, you can sell them and get money back, you know. So it's very good.